Hello. Alright. I feel like I've spent half my day shoveling, bro. Bro. I feel like there's so much snow. There's so much snow. And there's gonna be more to clean up tomorrow. So maybe I shouldn't go that long today. I'm also like trying not to get sick. I was thinking about doing blueprints today, but then I don't know how confident I am that I can actually make progress. It's been slow going. You can see how much we can make progress here today. To think about packing. Alright, just brain. Brain is going burr, but I want my brain to have a fun burr. Not cold burr, not... not frustrated burr. Alright. So, this stolen turnabout, it's this, Phantom Thief shtick going on. Meow? Hi, Fox. Thank you for red bats. I feel like I spent half my day shoveling. And then I took a shower and I fell asleep. So I'm back. Yeah. Many shoveling today. Much snow. We did our investigations. It's court time. 9:36 a.m. October 13. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah. Did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Mask to Mask Glossy I bought. You bought this where? Oh damn, thank you for the 65 stream streak. Thank you, thank you. From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Cute. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask to mask publicity photo. Suck into the court record. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. I want to see this. Oh, the publicity photo versus what he actually looks like? I want to see. It's one of them catch the difference games again. I love the classic bag. It's pretty funny. Oh, there isn't. Aha! Maybe that might be relevant. There's, no neck piece. It's like this big ass thing. And the sleeves are like crowns? Yeah, these are rounded. These are pointier. Might be relevant. Who am I kidding? Everything's relevant. They do a thing on purpose, it's likely relevant. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it! Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! Me, me, me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Bro. Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please. What is up with you? Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is, me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. Counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Bye-bye. I feel like my voice still sounds sleepy. Which is not incorrect. 10 a.m. Court o'clock. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hi. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Is your body ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. Okay, what the fuck? With the sexy music. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? You said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Huh. Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or above our hearts. Oh my gosh. I know the Dojins go crazy. Oh my god. This guy's the real deal, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? Nick, is he a friend of yours? Hi, Kid Sarah. This Godot guy seems like he knows what's up. Well, this music is like so sexy for what? Time to break another prosecutor win streak, though. I mean, he's never won and he's never lost, right? He's a rookie here. Is he a friend of yours? No. I don't have any friends that call me Wright. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, opening statement. Opening statement. Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I only have one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Wright. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Bye-bye. Well, let's hear the first witness. My name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know. That's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about... Ichiban here? Yeah. What you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Maybe I'll play Pirate Yakuza. You think I can finish that in a month? Mask Damask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Ichiban is in Sonic Racing, perhaps I should consider that as well. Sonic Racing just sounds fun on principle. You know what I mean? Actually, it doesn't. There wasn't anything special. He goes for like... Hasn't he gone for like jewelry? And this like busted ass pot that isn't technically worth anything. We'll see. So the actual identity of this Mask to Mask is Mr. Godot. What are you? Oh my god. Oh my god. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Saxophone intensifies, yeah. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. You know, one time I had black coffee that was 0% bitter, which was kind of amazing and kind of like a transcendent experience. Like legit, this like old Italian nonna, like she gave me this coffee and I was like, oh my god. Like, anyway, I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Very well, if it's only coffee, after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial. Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity. All we can do is show that it wasn't Mask to Mask who stole the urn. Press. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep. Nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true. I'm a Zvari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? Well, I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Alright, sure. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who is this person? Zvari? Sounds German? His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item that the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is toying with me, even now. You played yourself, Gumshoe. Oh. He didn't amend anything, but whatever, it's fine. He sends his calling card. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card that Lord Lee Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature. We're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real? Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Mask to Mask's emblem. His fifth heist. His fifth heist. And your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Oh, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. Well, it was precious to Karain Village and to Maya, but like not really to anybody else. Art pieces like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. What's that? So get a specially salty teardrop? No, sir, it's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora. You know, the thing you put on your head. Yeah, these are all jewels. After that was the left hand of Hades, then the portrait of Megina, sir. Yeah, jewels and art. Not like historical artifacts? Detective Atme retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his fifth and last robbery was the sacred urn. Yeah, Detective Atme also looking suspicious. It's expensive and hard to move something like a painting. It's easier to move jewels. Like, yeah, you would ruin the historical value of it, but you could technically break that stuff down. But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask. What do you mean when you say, it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. And there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. Operandi? And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that Mask to Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask to Mask who stole the urn. There's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Mask to Mask. But also the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Mask to Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Mask to Mask that did it. Okay. Is it his fifth heist? Posters for the exhibit. I guess I could present... Has no monetary value. I could present the urn itself. Right? I could present the urn itself. Supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value.
Objection!
Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, correct? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask to Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask to Mask? Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but, well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask to Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? They'll have a thing. I'm drinking water while he drinks coffee. This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Wright. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask to Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Mask to Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Damask? Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Wright. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior. His point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake Damask. This is my best proof. This is how the public sees him. I don't know if the one on... This seems like the most obvious answer. Yeah, the make or break item would be the emblem. Like, sure, all of these outfit pieces do track. This is the best thing I got, though. Proof is right here, is it? Bluffing hard. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. I'm not 100%, but... Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us What about this picture that's so peculiar? Well, this is peculiar. Well, we need to focus on him. It's right here, of course. You mean mask to mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach? Where? Here? Bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. I want a cape. Do I have a cape? I have a scarf I could use as a cape. Anyway, a clasp. I see now. But the mask to mask in the security camera photo. He has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask to mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Order. It's true. Undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Huh. The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? That's Mask to Mask's brooch? Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Yummy Face statue. Why did you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. Bro. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. That's wild. Oh, da, Mr. Godot. Let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. I mean, it appears to have been torn off some clothing. And a little bit of cloth left at the back. Obviously, there must have been a struggle, a big struggle, that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. You mess with Godot, you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance. Huh? Not these. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zvari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Bro. Well, prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Acme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, those two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I know the Dojin go crazy for this series. I know. Alright. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why is this guy all by himself, anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what the special monocle of yours witnessed. Getting your shit rocked? You were also incredibly suspicious, because you're an attention whore, so... It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. That's so much time, bro. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief. Yeah, I still don't think, yeah. That he wanted to keep a secret that he was knocked unconscious. But the King of Thieves, the great Mask Damask, my arch enemy, I don't like you. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. You're fun to read for, though. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. "1 o'clock in the morning, pray." So that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night? Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, I said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case. Dancingly descended. From where, exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and his soft-soled shoes. His what? I hereby W. Ace Dunce. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. Should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Gano, you got a problem? Good. Let's continue. Darkness swallowed me. So then why all this struggle? Why all the spilled paint? Why move the Ami statue? Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That certainly is some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Yes. Huh? Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. I walked into a fire extinguisher once. I had a bump on my head for like a week. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory too. You see. Thanks for head pats. Random tofu lore for you. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. I may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then, 30 minutes later. About this 30 minutes, my silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. The span of time has truly vanished into the ether. So what is he going on about? Something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Yeah, there's signs of struggle. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Let's go with the bent. Spilled paint is not one. Also, you can't not have heard the statue be moved. Was it moved when he took the sword out? Maybe.
Objection!
Okay. I guess it would have to be this. This security camera photo again. Or it was this. Now we're the statue? Like, you have to have noticed someone walking over to the statue to pick up the sword.
Objection!
Nope. Like, in full regalia, walking over past the security station to the statue to get the sword to hit you with it? But also the statue was moved, then paint was spilled, then a box was moved.
Hold it!
Yeah, and the rock on his hand? I don't know. You're suspicious, though. Are you in cahoots? You might be in cahoots. I know it was a gift for returning the other artwork, but maybe it's the brooch. After all that hullabaloo about the brooch.
Objection!
Yeah. You would have to have torn it off him. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this? With that special monocle of yours. Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask to Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask to Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off. Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. There's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. Because you! The only person that was on duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Why did you do a perjury? Witness, giving false testimony is a big no-no. No. Wait just a moment, Sir Old Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused, because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, You can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Why does Edgeworth call you baby girl? Witness. So are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough. Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask to Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. And convenient. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. That can't be good. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask more questions? Let's ask about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? I want to ask about the computer. So did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well? Correct. Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specially designed by me, Luke Atme. In that case, he could have easily manipulated the data. What's wrong, Sir Lawyer? Discombobulated. Oops. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Young people these days. They really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Yeah, I don't think I've heard someone use the word discombobulated in a long time. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Jeez, it's better than old people forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. I grabbed a weapon from the side. What? What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, the thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword. You mean the sword that was all twisted like a branch? Like a tree branch? Correct. Unfortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. What about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his fists, but they were not enough.
Hold it!
You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities. But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. Sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis. Mask to mask. This guy's a real piece of work.
Hold it!
Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the at-me fighting stance with but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask her about this? So, what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke at-me guy. Definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Let's ask about your fighting style.
Hold it!
What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. Bro. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? Sure. Of course it's important. We've learned the detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. What the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. Add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye.
Hold it!
Oh. Where's your third eye? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead, if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? And why don't you have any bruising? This thing's heavy. Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. Mr. Abney got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah. What is it? This Luke at-me guy? He's definitely hiding something. But why? So I think I'm starting to figure that out. Okay. I'm gonna pick the sword. He hit you hard enough to dent. It's heavy and it's metal. And you don't have any injuries. What's that about?
Objection!
Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this? What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No. The coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. Hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong.
Objection!
Objection. To err is human. To forgive, divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die. They love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes.
Objection!
Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? What am I asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that do I think he stole the urn? I don't think he's cool enough. Right, he's definitely suspicious, but I don't think he's cool enough to actually be mask to mask. He's no ace detective at all. So then what exactly are you saying that I am? Well, an average detective? Hardly see the relevance of that. What are you doing, Nick? Weren't you gonna go on the attack? I was planning on it, but it looks like I'm the one who got attacked instead. I don't want it to be him. He's the most suspect because he was physically there, but like, why do all the paint? You're saying I'm a fake too. I have to accuse him? I have to. Imposters like you are often suspicious of others as well. Really. think he's a fake Damask. But that's not even an option. It's just straight up, I think you're the cool guy. I'd be like, I don't think you're the cool guy. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atmey's true identity is actually Mask Damask. Yarg! Order! What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atmey's story. Because he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. Right. I mean, like, as far as slut for attention, it does track, though. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe, and also we don't have any other possible suspects. The entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. That explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. He's probably the villain. He is, but like... I don't know. I think I just like Phantom Thieves. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask Damask. But Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Mask Damask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. Also, the earlier crimes were clean. The first one, with the precious jewel going missing. Right, this guy... Yeah, I don't think he's cool enough. You love Phantom Thieves as well, but this guy's nose is too pointed to not be a villain. I feel like we've been here before. Yeah, I feel like he's a fake Damask. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. And he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief, right? Like, I think I saw the bag on the table in his office had a box in it, and I think the urn was in there. And I think he did steal the urn. But also, the real Mask Damask wouldn't have stolen the urn. Right? Is this true, witness? Damask's MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I am impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atmey, when you assume the thief's identity...
Objection.
Oh my gosh. Why is he ready to fuck in court right now? The music is so horny for what? Godot Blend number 102. My personal favorite. Mr. Godot. The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. but it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? Abby looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. But can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact mask to mask. I don't believe I have something like that. Where's your bag? Proof. Of course I got nothing. Huh. Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. It's no good. I'm just not ready. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, do you have anything further to add than... Who? There we go. Yeah, okay, it's one of them scripted, I don't know what I'm doing. Someone save me. Who are you? That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight. What are you doing here? Mrs. Delight, you're married. Nicky boy. The thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. There it is. Yeah, that urn's in the bag. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn, but it's been fixed. Order, 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 you! Madame, that urn. Where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Tessie, you're the best. Has pink splotches all over it. The paint? Oh, because you spilled paint on it. Well, I'd explain that one, Mr. Atme. Even you are gonna have a hard time whizzling out of this one.
Objection!
Huh. Pathetic. Mr. Godot? You have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes. What about it? Huh. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we have been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight? Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Again. And the thing was, like, of course we saw it. But, again, it's like a he said, she said thing. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, huh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. No, but the gloves. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. Yeah, that's true. Must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday, and there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. My fingerprints! I touched it! So what is all the fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, you can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office.
Objection!
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. This blend. Godot blend number 107. I've decided. It's a little too bitter after all. What is with the visor, though? What's that about? Order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I finally broken him down. Also, your laugh is way too annoying. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Also... Hold on. Let me look at this. I'll take the red diamond you received the other day. This is you? With your big red rock in your hand? Here I am. The tragic, clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask Damask. You just want people to look at you. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. I think your laugh is too annoying. You're not cool enough. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmy's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. Everybody's not okay. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh my gosh. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, looks like the matter's been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, he fully believes it. You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty. Please. I don't know what kind of kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
Objection!
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass Judge... What are you talking about? I already confessed. I am the thief, I tell you. Is this the twist? Do we have to not plead that he's... Oh no. Like, it's not him, but... Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Huh. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir? If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Mask to Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh, well, I'll have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been Mask to Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Mask to Mask, can you? I don't even have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. Hello, Titans. Hello. Thank you for Doritos. Hi, Rain. Thank you. Oh gosh. Draconi Inverse, hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome everybody. Hi. I'm Tofu. Today's soup flavored is lawyer. The soup of day is lawyer. I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. You do. You actually do. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right here in the photo. That's me. You would have to tie the brooch that was removed with your clothes. As for the brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got torn off, that's all. Yeah, how did your fingerprints end up on the brooch? This is another question. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. This is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Huh. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Cadeau. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, all right? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Cadeau. I'll do my best. Why are you doing this? All right, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Ron, if you get convicted, you're gonna make your wife sad. Oh. You may think you're the real Mask to Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity. I mean, believe me, I've got my reasons. But the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? Sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. I love getting sidetracked. Sometimes we unveil new stuff by getting sidetracked. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-aholic. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony, I beg of you. Alright, but then why turn yourself in now? I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask to Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hi, Dash. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim, for a change. Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Mask to Mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I do want to look at this. There wasn't mention of his fingerprints on it. You've got no alibi? I've been a judge for a long time. And this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened anyway? If we can prove he had an alibi, this case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... Huh. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? I think I do. But if the game tells me no, then I have to move around that. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Oh, I've never seen you this angry before. I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I thought I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see the evidence. Show evidence that proves where your client was the night of the crime. That would have to be this. Also, how did Atme know about this letter? Well, fuck it. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? According to this letter, at 1 o'clock in the morning on the night of the crime, Mr. Ron Delight was ordered to go to the offices of KB Security. 1 o'clock in the morning? Correct. Which is around the time the security camera photo was taken. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, what you got? Anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Mr. Wright, it's true that I received that blackmail letter, but whether or not I actually went there is a whole different story. Sorry if I'm sounding dramatic. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Huh. That was brilliant. Well, Mr. Wright, looks like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid. Now then, what's your evidence? I'm going somewhere. Somewhere is happening. Demonstrate to this court that Mr. Delight actually went to KB Security that night. I mean, it would leave the record, but I don't have a record. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? You're also not cool enough. Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night. No! This is indeed sad. Romanticists are blind to the reality that lies before them. Huh? What does that mean? Why did Mr. Delight drop his wallet at KB Security? What purpose did it serve? Perhaps it was dropped by his wife to create a false alibi for her dear husband instead. Sorry, but Mr. Delight probably dropped it himself when he went to use this. The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. CEO's office? What's wrong? No snappy comebacks. The fact is that Mr. Delight entered the CEO's office around 1 o'clock that night. No, 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 no! Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. Looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection!
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? Well, no. I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean as the CEO would have access to his office, but, not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. Not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. Larry. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. Probably blocked that out of his memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh. The question at hand is, this keycard. Yep, that's the keycard they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah. Tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Blah! Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask to Mask in this photo. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good old cup of joe. So then, Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask to Mask. Hi, Day. Good job. You did it, Nick. I got bunked. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Yeah, the real thief is too cool to get caught. Court is now adjourned. October 13, 2:24 p.m. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. So no murder? Slams phone. No murder. Yet. No murder yet. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. With money? Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. I had a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, This is like the first case I've had without murder in it. You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ouch! She slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. We are all standing in the same room. No! You've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Ow! A double slap? Well, anyway. All's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right. And it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on. Give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? She's especially cool. She is incredibly cool. Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. Just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Tripe. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Sir, what is with the Cyclops mask? I don't know. Maybe he's holding back the punch dimension. I don't know. Well, playtime's over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Murder! Murder! We're so back! Okay. Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? I've never been so excited for murder. Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. Oh, sounds like he's again gonna be in the hot seat. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th, at 1 o'clock in the morning, Rhonda Light was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. Imbue? What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Rhonda Light was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security. Oh, we're gonna have to look into his employment records? What's going on? Does he still used to be? Why do you sound like past tense? But you still had access to the CEO's office. Also, what about this? Yeah, there's still questions to be answered, for sure. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. But I am a thief, I tell you. Rhonda Light, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. Totally possible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown. Mr. Trite, why is this song so horny? It just... You and I aren't through with each other yet. I'm sure. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? Pearly shipping Phoenix with everybody. Okay. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least, let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's gonna happen next? Dun dun dun! We're gonna keep it rocking. Right. The case needed more murder. But yeah, that like sexy saxophone was playing. A lot of the time when he was speaking. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose. I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Korean Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? Gonna bring the sacred urn back and Have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nick. Time to get going on this murder investigation. I mean, I think Francisca and Adrian is real. Like, that's such a powerful ship, too. Twuck. Oh, let me check on Charlie. A quite decorative plant. When she was alive, Mia really loved it. Made it our mascot. I never forget to water this little fella, no matter how busy I get. Giant building outside. Luxury, high class. So rich, they bought a whole chunk of the next town over. Okay, real estate. Started building a huge theme park called Gatewaterland. 2 years ago, it was just a little hotel for businessmen. You don't think Fran is in this game? I mean... True. I haven't seen her yet. I feel like she has to make an appearance. I feel like she should. Probably near the end, but like... Like, what is a Phoenix Wright game without Edgeworth, to be honest? We need to see him too. Is he ever gonna watch this movie? Aw, Pearl's wiped out the dust bunnies. She's off in Germany doing Ikemen German girl things. Yeah. I love that for her. Must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. It's fixed? Don't... at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Ami like it always used to. Oh, yeah. You're right. Plus the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. It broke again. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Yeah, the paint. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Kurain Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Kurain Village in a long time. We could talk about it. You love reading sentences that have never existed before and never will again. Yeah, that's always fun. Well, Ikemen basically means like handsome boy. Like a handsome man. And well, Francisca is a very handsome woman. Okay, I'm getting warm. I'm gonna remove my sweater. Excuse me. But yeah, Francisca got very strong Dom energy. And Adrian has very strong submissive energy. So I think they're kind of perfect. So I guess people still go to Karain Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo, huh? That's pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. You were drugged and put into a box, Maya. You were not channeling. That murder, it wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Sounds like being the master of Karain is going to be a heavy responsibility. So, what do? Isn't it obvious? Get out there and investigate the murder. Well, first we need to find out where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. She's so cool. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay. We'll head by. We'll make sure to go to the detention center. It's literally just his apartment. Knowing that it's a possibility that it could have been true is making her feel guilty regardless. Yeah. That she really did believe that she did it for a while. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Miss Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight had such a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's the thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. I don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He was so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief? The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they could be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? I want to follow up. So was it really love at first sight when you met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it, he screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. All by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger. All by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, you may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. Also, I kind of realized... Is he a cinnamon roll? Is that what this is? Is that what this hairstyle is doing? Is that what's going on? I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean Ace Detectives? No, I'm fine with Ace Detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves? No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. Real for that. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions? That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said, the ace detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Miss Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there. Huh. And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. Was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore. Looks like Miss Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? Um, no. I'll pass. Thanks. Why did you just tell us where it is, and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Miss Delight told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. I do want to ask you... I want to ask you about Larry. Oh, this is the guy who discovered Ronnie's wallet. He's got some issues, doesn't he? Huh? Let's just say his flirting style is pretty obvious. Pretty stale, too, actually. It's pretty sad when the only thing you remember about a man are his lame pickup lines. What's even more sad is that man probably believes in those like they're his lifelines. Looks like he blew it again, huh? Let's hop around. I already told you, it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief, and now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. The guard over there looks a bit on edge, too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place. Ba-ba. I can go back to the detective agency. I'm nosy. I wanna know. KB Security, CEO's office. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick. Just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, it's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Oh. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. And your fucking forensics team. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating? What happened? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on, what about how we put our hearts into our work and pocketing evidence? Things are really working against us right now and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. Estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in his room. It happened at exactly the same time that Mask to Mask was stealing the urn, huh? Cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. The white string must be the shape from when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. So, what happened to Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atney was always around when a calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heists took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Huh, yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. And that's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. There's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. You just have that on you. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey. This guard here, haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... I want to see it! Can I actually read it? No. Oh, that prosecutor? I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So, who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right. He said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway, but no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious. Can she? Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Girl, just be touching stuff. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. That's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. And they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we'd better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. It's like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading, if you've got insomnia. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. What did you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see, Tier of Emanon, $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. The number sounds kind of low to me. I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Ew. Think about it. A dead guy was laying in here all night. Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Yeah, I guess so. Got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby's no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open this safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron Delight. You are getting increasingly more qualified. What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief? Ron? So he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah. Sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Wow, look at that huge framed photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have had seen some better days. I mean, like, if it's a really, really dedicated act, it would be one hell of a dedicated act. Or that him and his wife are both mask to mask, right? Very much in cahoots. If that's the case. Very dedicated. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, it looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out, just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Maya, this is a crime scene. Hey, you, whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it. Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know? What could have been used as the murder weapon? The binder? Officially, what is this description? It's just a list. Oh. I heard something. There was a big thud. Hello? Okay. I haven't heard any screaming for help or anything, so I think everything's fine. Suspicious. Let's see, Tear of Emanon, Jewel, $100,000. Crown of Bongora, Artifact, $150,000. Left Hand of Hades, Sculpture, $240,000. Portrait of Megina, Painting, $500,000. And the portrait was the one that was returned. Ooh. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh, yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry. I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick. Now's our chance to get more info out of the victim. About the victim. So hurry up and ask. Aha! Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh. And? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You're getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Girl, let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Good way to get murdered. That's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh! KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent wrong the blackmail letter, huh? What can we see from the security guard office? Wow. This is really something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB security guard. Uh-oh. I just remembered Larry might be. Hey, Nick, what's up? Ugh. So he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here is a different story. But, Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then, and this is now. Let me look around the room. Oh, his jacket. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. Where the jacket's weight pulls the lever down. That's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh? It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Yeah, but for a different reason. No clues here. Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. My job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. It wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Do you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? Wow. Take a look at these things here. Hey Larry, what are they? Did you say? Hey man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. Oh boy. How did this guy ever get a job here, anyway? Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed, Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Crosshair and you come face to face with a real, genuine ray gun. Yep. Sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. And that's my partner seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Don't worry about it. Just the other day I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. I'm horrified. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady eye on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. Must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What goes on? I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? That was an inside thought. Smells like old bag. Examine everything with even a whiff of old bag on it. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a god, a pro. I can't just give away info for free. You want a bribe? I thought professionals were more, yeah, I don't know, honest? Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Rhonda Light was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Rhonda Light was fired. Girl. There was no warning at all. This happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. Guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like, maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. Also, like, why do you still have access to the CEO office? A year after being fired? At a security company? Bitch. What do you mean? Someone's fucking up. Is it old bag? No, that's just you. So what is it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by all right, I guess. First, I have to keep my eyes on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There are security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. It's bad for your eyeballs. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is, you were here that night, right? Ooh. Secrets. Oh no, I knew I smelled something bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psyche locks after all. Let's see if I even have what I need. I don't think I do, but let's see what is the nature of what he needs.
Take that!
The night of the crime. But haven't the thefts only been happening since 6 months? On the night of the crime, you were working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what. I'll even bet you $1. $1. Wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? You have evidence that I left my position, or are you pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not met at his station when the murder happened is... I don't think I have anything like that. We still have magic rock. Yeah. It's part of the whole presenting evidence mechanic and like investigation stuff. Like we also keep the profiles too. Okay, let's see where else we can go. Like it stacks. Can I ask you about Larry? Damascus hideout. Main exhibition hall. The Treasures of Coraine exhibit is all ruined now. Maya. I'm sorry. It's just so sad. There's a big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow? Well, now that we've got the Sacred Urn back, maybe they can reopen it? Really? I mean, it might draw some interest with all of the Damask stuff. Sure. Yeah, maybe we can label it the Urn of Masked Damask's Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa. 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 That's brilliant, Nick. You could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. I can go back to the basement. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Ms. Andrews. What's she still hanging around down here for? So, how's it going? What about the Sacred Urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Masked Damask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along. Looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring Damask to guard the treasures. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago? That's when it was... And when was it that Damask's calling card arrived? It was about 10 days ago. So we sent a calling guard to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the Sacred Urn after all. I guess so. What? So Masked Damask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but not that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. After all, he was hidden the entire time. Never even caught a glimpse of him. claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says, so he can have an alibi when he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught on the crime scene photo dressed up as mask to mask pretty well. I'm so glad that you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? Not exactly sure. But somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Andrews? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Ooh, did you break it again? Someone broke it again. Psyche locks. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. Is that what the paint was about? It was broken again by accident?
Take that!
But also the dented sword? What's that about? Is anybody gonna fix that? Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake? You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Ooh. Oops. I took a sip of my water and I spilled a little bit. It's fine. That it was the genuine urn. I mean, there's paint on it. I wish I could actually read this. Can I actually read the article? I don't have it anymore because it's with pearls. Yeah, there's paint. That pathetic looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on it. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse of a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe it'd have been better if Mask to Mask had taken the box, too. Detective Atme said he got bonked. That was a lie. Because it turned out that Atme was the real thief, it's still hard to believe. Looks like Adrian feels really bad about it. I'm gonna take full responsibility and fix that sword myself. I know I don't look it, but I have complete confidence that I can fix it right up. I promise I'll fix it, so you never knew it was bent in the first place. Please be gentle with it. Aha. Answered my question with that. I still want hamburger. Brr. I guess he's not as smart as he pretends to be. The camera belonged to Lordly Taylor, so he knew he couldn't tamper with it. So then why would Mask to Mask, allow that to happen? Right, it would mean... the box was here and then paint was spilled. Why? Looks like the door to the actual storeroom. Lots of big boxes back there. That's where they were keeping the urn. We're not allowed in there. The statue has been moved. Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami while he stole the urn. Hey, cut it out. You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. It's been dry for several days. When was that? It can't have been the night of the crime. Because... so, if it's been dry for several days, and the statue was covering it, was the urn broken for several days? Alright, let's talk to you about people. So Detective Abby was actually Mask to Mask. She really seems depressed. Can't say I blame her. She's the one who hired the fox to guard the henhouse. I'm like, you wouldn't know these other people, would you? I thought the whole exhibit would be brightened up by something shiny and gold. That's why I went to the trouble of borrowing it from a branch family training hall. The gold statue's totally cool in my book. It arrived rather late, so I thought I wouldn't be able to put it on display. By the way, it looks like the statue was moved on the night of the theft. Do you know anything about that? Also, when did it arrive? No, it certainly wasn't me that moved it. Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? The security camera was provided by Lordly Taylor Department Store. I took a close look at it on the day after the theft. Timestamp is real. The Treasures of Korean exhibit is my first job after last year's ordeal, and I really wanted it to be a success. Got an idea? Why don't you redo the whole poster? You could put something like, voted best treasure exhibit by Mask to Mask. Why, Maya, that's a fantastic idea. I hired Detective Atby for security before we even received a calling card. I suppose that was a mistake. I mean, Mask to Mask sent a calling card to the very exhibit he was hired to guard. I wonder if it was because he knew it would be easy to steal. Yes, but he should have also known that he could easily become a suspect. sorry I can't help more, but I'm so busy taking care of everything in front of me. Haven't given up on the exhibit. Miss Andrews. So happy to hear you say that. Alright. Whoa, this place is literally crawling with cops. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually masked to mask. This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah. I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. But he wasn't in charge of the mask to mask. But wasn't he in charge of the mask to mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression. But I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Hey, you guys! Yeah. We're investigating this place. Keep your hands to yourselves. Boy, these policemen sure are a bunch of sourpusses. Well, Mr. Ace Detective did make complete and utter fools out of them. What's all this now? Move it along. Show's over. Aw, doesn't look like they're gonna let us investigate. I guess we might as well call it a day for this place and go look somewhere else. Guess that was the color of the paint. I would like to present... Anything about this? No. Did you know... Did you know him? Oh, I know him. This is Ronnie's boss, the CEO guy. Well, now he's an ex-boss. Someone killed him last night. Naturally. I know that. He was a pretty sly man, let me tell you. Really? You bet he was. He made Ronnie chief of one of the security teams. That was just so he could work him like a slave. Did Mr. Delight ever have a problem with Mr. Bullard himself? Even if he did, you'd think she'd ever tell you about it? Well, Ronnie isn't the type to complain about that kind of thing. I tried to get him to talk to me about work, but he never would. I'll never forgive this man. He tried to pin his own crimes on my Ronnie. I don't blame you. All criminals are the same. They're nothing but filthy, sneaking liars. I hate their guts. Okay, I think I get it. I think I can see why Ron didn't tell her how he was earning that money. Ronnie used to say that a happy laugh is the lifeblood of a thief. Well, that to me is a happy-sounding laugh, all right. Yes, and laughing isn't as easy as it sounds. The harder you try, the more fake it sounds. Yeah. Mr. Delight really works hard at his craft, huh? So why do you have the alien costume? Leave comments about any of these. Miss Delight. Hot air balloon, super cute. Whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. The police took a look at all of that, you know. Really? Did they say anything? They said it wasn't important. Oh? Don't worry about it, Mickey boy. After all, my Ronnie is just an amateur. Amateur or not, this is cool. Knuckle bomber? How cool is that? It's a torpedo. Oh, that. Ronnie brought that home one day. He asked one of his friends from work if he could have it. The Space Ranger uniform. I've never seen Ronnie happier in his whole life. Oh, man. Now I want one too. I wonder if KB Security was in charge of security at the event from that old case. Cheap costume pieces. It's Phoenix Damask. If you like it, feel free to take it home with you. Thanks, but no thanks. A bunch of books lying here. Romantic sounding novels about famous heists. Bookmarks and notes. Must remember this thief's way of laughing very useful. It was always Ronnie's dream to become a thief. Well, I guess you can chalk that one down as fulfilled. I wonder why Mr. Delight never talked to his wife about it. Yeah, well, I think she deserves some of the blame for not bringing it up either. Is your husband in this photo? That's Ronnie's wallet. It was found at KB Security the night of the murder. Ronnie and I went out to dinner early that evening. I'm sure he had his wallet with him then. So it's true then. He must have dropped it at the crime scene. Did you know about this? Oh, is that a letter addressed to my Ronnie? Sorry, but I hate it when people poke their noses into other people's business. Looks like Miss Delight doesn't know about it, which means she has no idea that her husband was being blackmailed. And bring $50,000. Are you back yet? No, you're not. All right. Because there's Larry and there's Adrian. Can I talk to? I'm gonna ask Larry about this button. Okay, have a good lie down day. Good night. I also swim in the ears. Thanks for hanging out. Oh. Larry is so good at not being helpful. I can't ask him about Ron. Doesn't even want to talk about his wife. Doesn't even want to talk about his boss. This is proof that Ron Delight was here at the crime scene when the murder happened. This wallet and the key card. We need to ask Mr. Delight some more about those two things. So about this. Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? He copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. Might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? It's nothing. It's just my billfold. It's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Oh, I really want you to show it to me. So what was murder weapon? Unless... I'm gonna save first, just in case I get bonked. Anything that proves that he was there. You gave me his wallet. But I don't know if that's enough. That he was not manning his station when the murder happened. Way to get hella fired, bro. This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. Can't expect you to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of the company building? 1 o'clock. In the morning. That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security office. Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Where the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this. Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift.
Take that!
Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does. But I can't share the record to just anyone, you know. The keycard data was already made public in the trial yesterday. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for that info is supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant, coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way. Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened on 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh, you're so fired. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. No. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry. There's nothing I can do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? My Donna happened. Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah. My Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. Suspicious. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So, is that why you left the security guard office? Well, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick. Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we've got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information out of him. Nick. Whiny baby. I want to ask you about... I kind of want to ask you about this and this button, but... the buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. Promise I'll come running to your rescue, like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks. I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. Thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach? Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. You need to call first. At at least. As if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? Must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did. Couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Okay. Just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could... Whoa! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake. Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What are the records? That night. It went off just once in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? It's terrible. It can't be. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. You have this game suggestion? The Toilet Chronicles. I mean, maybe I'll look at it before I go to bed. I might have to go to bed earlier today so I can wake up early and shovel. There's a lot of snow. There's so much snow. I ask you about this. Do you know anything? Nope. Okay. You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is with all this reflecting. Where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting is a bit overrated, you know? What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. Oops. So the buzzer did go off, but there's no fingerprints on it. So it was... If it was pressed by the victim, then it was cleaned off. Or it was pressed by the killer. Again, how did he die? With what item? Oops. Oh my gosh. Me getting trigger happy. Alright, let's see what I can work with what I have. I cannot count these paint splotches. as evidence. Do I have anything related to the sacred urn? Knife. Not the statue. The brooch? That's giant. Or just the photo of the thing itself. Your evidence is fake too. Again, a big reach. Like, I would bring up the paint, but that's not even an option. Can't prove that it was real by being like, hey, the person who owns the urn. The photo of it being taken, not it. Because I said so. Oh, can I talk to him now? I think I need information from him directly. Because I did talk to Larry, so I don't know if this unlocked the detention center. Aha! Mr. Wright. Mr. Delight. Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. A blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Masked the Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? It was quite a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. Listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Masked the Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor, you went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. Hilariously enough. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. Wait... I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building, so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kinda sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please. Don't worry. You haven't told anyone yet. Whew, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal. A thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Then why are you trying to get arrested? Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief, at least that's what I thought anyway. So he became Masked to Mask for Desiree, huh? You know who got hit in the back of the head? A certain CEO. You know who called the police 30 minutes after? The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed. Oh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is a list of all the things Mask Damask stole. That's the value of each item, listed next to them. $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. Guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. How clumsy of him. To leave his wallet at the crime scene. I was at KB Security at around 1 o'clock that night. Took out my wallet to open the door with the key card. So that's when you dropped it? I'm sorry. Should have told you the truth earlier. This calling card. Did you send this? No. That is... I don't know anything about that. I mean, I had other plans for that night already. That's true. I did get the blackmail letter. What about Detective Atme? Could he be the one that sent it? Looks that way. Can't think of anyone else. Yeah, that night, because of the letter, I had no choice but to go to KB Security. So, was this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO, Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a keycard. The blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security. Guess no one other than Bullard could have written that letter then. This is so cool, I'm really into this kind of stuff. Oh yeah, one of our most valuable treasures. If I ever get out of here, me and Desi will go to Lordly Taylor to check out the whole Treasures of Coraine exhibit. Okay, I guess. Just promise me you won't steal anything, okay? No, don't worry. We'd be going when I'm not on the job as Mask to Mask. Well, that's reassuring. Can you tell me about Larry? Can you tell me about your boss? Mr. Bullard, my old boss. It's so sad. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Was there anyone that might have wanted him dead? Oh yeah, sure. Mr. Bullard was the type of guy who made lots of enemies. Lots of threatening things to people. Wait. Do you mean he scared people or that he threatened them with blackmail? Well, I guess they're kind of the same, right? Once I decided to become a thief, I started studying like crazy. Studying? Like what? Petty Larceny 101? The history of pilfering? No, but I watched a lot of movies. Read a lot of novels about great thieves. Oh yeah? I admire you for doing your homework, if nothing else. All the great ones have their own trademarks. Flashy costumes, calling cards, unique laughs, and catchy slogans like, "Farewell, my friends." Figured I needed to do a good job with that if I was gonna make a splash. Yeah, I guess you really can't say goofy stuff like that unless you're a master thief. Farewell, or shall we meet again? You know, hokey stuff like that. He's an ace detective, all right. He's been hot on my trail ever since that first heist. Yes, but he made a pretty stunning confession in court today. It was me all along. I am Mask to Mask. I don't know what to say. I guess he's just delusional. That's exactly what your wife said about you. Desi, she really has a thing against criminals. Do you have any idea why that is, Mr. Delight? Well, if you want to know the details, you'll have to ask her. But the thing is, after I lost my job at KP Security, I needed to earn money to keep Desi satisfied. Lots of money. But I just couldn't seem to find a good job. That's why I wound up becoming the thing that Desi hates the most. A thief. Security camera. This photo. This has got to be the real Mask to Mask. I'm sure it is. I know Mask to Mask when I see him. Yes, but this isn't you, right, Mr. Delight? Well, no, I was at KB Security then. So then, I guess it really was Detective Atme after all? Huh. Nothing about this. Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were out of my trail. But Mask to Mask must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask to Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. Regarding this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight? Hehe, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. Truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Mask to Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yes. And I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes. Took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. There we go. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. This is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. That first letter, it said, I know you did it. Did someone find out about your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. Girl. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heists wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful that the person that was thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron DeLight was mask to mask after all, but someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. And I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Did you try not to look so gleeful about it? See, I went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, the truth is I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. DeLight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes? But please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. DeLight. Guess I have no choice but to take Mr. DeLight at his word. Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! How did you know we were here? I'm back! Hey, Pearl, so what have you been up to this whole time? Sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Korean Village to have it examined. And the edges are way too clean, unless it was perfectly reassembled. And what did you find out? There's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Whew. That's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches? They said that it's paint. And that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay, we'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Okay, questions have been answered. Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Yeah, why do you still have it? Of course I returned it. Don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter. With the blackmail letter? Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. That was important information. Okay, let's go talk to Adrian. Oh. Oh, Pearl! How nice to see you. Hello there. Haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Let's look around one more time. The box. Something about it's bothering me. That's the box the urn was in. Looks like there's some pink paint on it too. Definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright. More investigation. There we go. It's been dry for several days. Suspicious paint mark. Could it be that this odd shape is... Yeah. Pretty sure this is it. That's the box the urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. You're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all coming together. Not that much closer to solving the mystery. No new talking points. All right.
Take that! Take that!
Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Kurain Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say... again? Yes. It was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
Take that!
There's paint on the thing. Oh, okay. I'm dumb. It's fine. It's this.
Take that!
This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? The poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am? What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait, 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. She's not gonna give up the last lock so easy. Have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? The paint stain?
Take that!
There we go. Well, Miss Andrews. What is this supposed to mean? There is pink paint all over this urn. And there is pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, the urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is
Take that!
the box. The urn was stored in this. Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on the box. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted in it, doesn't it? Yes. You put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means the box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Pretty sure you could have properly restored the urn. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken, on the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box when I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I let out a huge scream. Can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Karain Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Ami. I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. Oh, hi, Shady. Welcome. Hi. I'm investigating murder. And theft. Hi, how are you? Wah. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Tofu. The soup of the day is lawyer flavored. Welcome, welcome, hello. Ah! Thank you for the follow, Musashi Mood. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Ami Faye statue. Aha! The pie. I like the pie. The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of that warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. Okay. Thanks for the raid, Shady. Have a good night. Oyasuma mirrors. Oh, had a headache. Hope you feel better. Thank you, thank you. I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why. I put it where you first saw it. I see. That makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. Right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. And then the next day, it was moved. But why? It looks like there's some connection between the secret urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Rhonda Light, was at KB Security. So then why did another mask-to-mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Right, who's orchestrating everything? Dun dun dun. I actually wanted to go to sleep early too. So I think... I know I just got rated, but it's 2:07 a.m. for me. And I have to wake up early and clean snow. I have to shovel. Because it's still going. I think it stopped. And we're about to start the whole case. We're in court today. For murder. For murder. Alright. Let's see who I can raid. Like, I gotta make healthy choices. I need sleep. Alright. Well, let's see. Who's up? Side's up. Sure, I haven't seen him in a minute. Sure. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate the company. And, you can go check out Shady Since 95, who raided me earlier. I met them during Dorka Doodle's birthday stream a while back. They're very nice. Okay, I hope you all have a good day, good night, wherever you are. I'm off Mondays, so I should be back Tuesday. Thank you, bye-bye. Oyasumi Mears. Is it ever not murder? Yeah, there was a whole, like, the theft case was not murder. And then it became murder. Right. But we did technically get him acquitted of theft of the urn because he didn't steal it. That much was true. But yeah. But we're back with more murder. More murder has happened. And I definitely have pieces to connect, dots to connect, deductions to make. Lawyer work. That is also investigative work and like wild conjecture, like super wild conjecture. Alright. Thank you, bye-bye. Oh yeah, see my ears. Go say hi to Side. Ba-ba.